Sports. So proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 22-yard line.
To the air, May. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Throwing here is May. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tell.
Here's second and 10. To throw, it's May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
That's good. More on Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw, May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the gun on third down is May. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Stephon Diggs with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Patriots will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Falcons, nothing.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he won't quite take it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the safety Antonio Johnson who dragged him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw here. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Patriots take over first and 10 at the 47.
They'll throw with May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's May. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Troy Anderson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They're going on 4th down. May. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
And that is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Running left is Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Offense out there for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Smash! Come on! Set! 660 by 6. Ready?
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Ready? Cup 19! 18, 5 here!
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 14-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Henderson now on first and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Patriots continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. The extra point now for Borregales. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series. And they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts from a yard out, and the Falcons get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Brings up second and 11.
Second and 11. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Bronco 80. 65 catch. 65 catch.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 52 yards. And the Pats are feeling good. Super Bowl. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on. Hey.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Let's go now. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Check, Panther. Let's go.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Left side caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Gets this complete to Buto. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here goes crazy. And here, what's up? 5. 3 points of you.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. To the air, May. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made up the errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll drop to throw. Into the hands of London. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
First down.
Okay, quick.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On play action, they'll throw. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 58 yards. And the Falcons have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Looking to throw. May. Madden, he hits him in stride. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we go, throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kyle Williams from 6 yards away. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Harold Landry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
18, right in. Back 60.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. To throw, it's May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. That's complete. Travion Henderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Patriots will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a two-point conversion.
Complete at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 18 top, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw caught by Pitts. And gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the fourth and final quarter. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
His first ever catch at a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
70, 19. 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws in this.